Hello YouTube, Cameron here. I'm exploring the woods in my uncle's house. He said it was a 1920s dump. I haven't found it yet. But look, there's this ladder in the middle of the woods and it has like a seat on top. Yep. Weird. There's some heaps of like rusty metal and stuff. I see something weird over there. I'm gonna go check it out. Not great. I admit I'm not the greatest cameraman. It's concrete. Looking for bottles. Okay, nothing yet. Here we are, this concrete thing. I don't know. It's over here. Junk. Okay, bye. Okay guys, I just found something interesting. On my way to the dump, I figured out where I'm supposed to go. There's this like stone slab here. And then there's something else over here. This is the way to the dump, I think. Look, it's like a room. Weird. Yeah, bye. I found the dump. Look. You came in here. I found the bottle dump. My uncle told me about it. It is huge. Oh my goodness. What's this? Broken. Look at this. It's huge. I'm gonna go hunt this now. Bye. YouTube. Let me wipe up the camera. After searching two 1980s dumps, I finally found a good dump. It's about early 1900s or 1890s until 1940s. I've been digging. I got some good stuff. I'll show you at the review. Hello, I'm back with the review. So what you saw over there, so first, my Uncle Mike, I was staying with him because him and my aunt were having a tag sale and I was helping out. It's about an hour and a half from where I live. So he said across the street there were two bottle dumps and he thought they were 1920s, 1930s. But first I went to one, I spent half an hour looking for it, found it, it was 1980s. So that was disappointing. Then he told me later on about the second one. And he said it was also probably about that age, 1920s, 1930s. Turned out to be 1970s. So yeah, but I found it after like 10, 15 minutes. I decided to dig there anyway. And I'll quickly show what I found at that dump. So I found this. This is pretty cool. I'm gonna try to clean it off with what NC Bottle suggested, the Works Basic Toilet Cleaner. I'm gonna try that out. Comes out good, I'll do an information update. Yep, don't know how old that is, probably 70s or 60s, I'm guessing. It's pretty cool though. That's the other side. Might clean up. And then I found this cup. I'm not gonna keep this, I'm just gonna, yeah. And then at that 1980s dump, I also found this like silver plated tin. I'm probably not gonna keep it, but we'll see. Still pretty, I guess, but it has no markings on it, I think. Actually, never mind, I found a mark. Yeah, it has a mark in it. It looks like it says Coronet Silver. If I find anything on it, I'll show it now. Oh. Okay. Now, and then after that, so I went back to the tag store and my uncle was selling this. Look at this. And well, I had bought a record player for him at a Summerfest because he professionally does jukeboxes and stuff and he wanted the record player for Pirates. I talked to him about it. I got it for $1 and he gave me this for it. Look at this. Curly Funeral Home Ambulance Service. It has a thermometer. Yeah, very old. It says phone 102. You can barely see it, but yeah. So it's definitely very old. I'll look up what year they stopped having 3-digit phone numbers and I'll show it now. Really cool and it's wooden. Okay, if I find anything on the funeral home, I'll show it now. Surprisingly, the only Curly Funeral Home that I found ever was from Chicago Ridge, Illinois. So pretty far away from where I live. I'm in New York State. Yep. Pretty cool. And the phone 102, as I said, was pre-1958. It was in a rural area, so when they would do that. Yep. Bye. Okay, and then So his daughter, Jennifer, she told me about a dump she used to dig at as a kid behind his house, behind the garage at his house. So I went back there, and it was about 1890s to 1930s about. That's really cool. I had to do some 40s stuff too, but yeah, it's really cool. I'm so sure what I found. These I forgot to clean because they were on the table over here, so I'll have to clean them up. It might come out good. It's Canada Dry water. Yep, sparkling. You can see there. It says General Officer, New York. It doesn't say the specific location. Yeah. I think it says 52 on the bottom, so actually it's 50s. Yep, pretty cool though. And I got this Hoffman bottle, which I have found some before near there. It seems to be better condition label though. Yep, that's probably late 40s. Yep, 52 it says also, same age. Yep, from New Jersey. Okay, now on to the epic finds. First I'll start out with the less epic stuff. One moment. Okay, there's these, I found a bunch of mason jar lids. Here's two. There's more in the box, but yeah, there's this ball lid. I'm gonna use that on a jar. Get it to focus. This camera pisses me off. It's an iPhone. Okay. Then there's this lid, also ball. Yep. Then there's this kind of cool can. It's Canadian, I believe. And you can see I'm just gonna try to clean this one. I don't think this one will come out well. It says Carberry. We'll have to look that up. Yep. Looks older though. We'll have to look it up. I'll show the information now. Okay, and those are the ones I decided not to keep, those bottles. Okay. Next, this is extremely epic. It's a World War I hot water bottle. Woo! Look at this. It has bullet holes in it. I wonder if that's from battle. But look, see? It goes all the way through. And look, it's like shredded up by bullets. Definitely bullets. You can see. Yeah, it looks like some crazy firing. I know it's World War I because, well, it has a World War I canteen stopper in it, but it's about the same era. It's a hot water bottle. You can see right here. Metco. I'll have to research it. The mark says Metco. Guaranteed. Boston, USA. Metal Goods Manufacturing Co. It says hot water bottle bed warmer. Yep, and you can see that's full of bullet holes. That's really cool. And I'll show the stopper in a moment. It's right here. This is from a World War I canteen called Schrader and Sons. I'll show the canteen now. So as it turns out, it actually is from a hot water bottle, but it probably still is from World War I, I'd assume. Yep. That's the canteen it came from. And it had like a bunch of patents from the early 1900s. Really cool. So it fits right in there though, so I'll put it back in. And then, let's see. Here's something cool. It still has the cork, you can see right there. Yeah, Sloan's liniment. This is blown in a mold. I think it's machine made, but still pretty cool. I think it's common. I don't know if this exact design is common. I know it's Sloan's limit in general. Yeah, but pretty cool. Yep. Okay, next. There's this like just this plain cup I'm gonna use. Yep. Hazel Atlas. Not too interesting. In here, I know this one's also common, but I still really like it. And I think it's a bit different from the ones I normally see. It's a bit newer, I think. California Fig Syrup Co. Califig, it says. And it says Sterling Products, Inc. Successor. So I guess that came after the original brand. But it has the Owens mark, which is before Owens, Illinois. That'd be 1919 to 1929 about, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. And that is machine made also. Yeah. Then here's a neat one, also really old, but it's screw top. It says Zemo, manufactured by E.W. Roscoe, Cleveland, Ohio. And on this side it says Zemo antiseptic lotion for skin and scalp. Yep, and it has the original lid, which I'll show. It says Zemo. Yep. Pretty cool. And that's all for that container. Let's move on to the next one. Here's really one of the best bottles, in my opinion. Oh, it has a rust stain, I'll have to try to clean that better. But look, it's a wine bottle. And look, you know what makes it better? This is what I thought when I first saw it, like just a plain green wine, but like a tall one. And then look, here's a surprise. It's Pontal. Yep, it's my first Doug Pontal bottle. You know what makes it even better? Let's bring it up to light. It's blue! Look at that! It's blue! Like a teal color. Whoa! Oh my god, it's so cool. Looks like blue. So cool. Yeah. Really epic. It's like a teal one. Okay, next. Just a plain cork top that I'm gonna sell so it stays downstairs. Then there's this cool Atlas Easy Seal. Yep, probably 40s or 30s. I have a lid that will fit it. Yep. Oh yeah, I'll show the information. Never mind. And then I found this cool measuring cup. Probably 30s. Yep. Might use that, who knows. It says Pamco. I'll have to look that up. Yep. Then I found this. This is probably, I believe, to be 30s also. It says Quick Dry Waving Fluid, Dr. Ellis Sales Co. Inc. Distributors, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Yep. And there it says Dr. Ellis. Here it says Dr. Ellis Wave Set. Pretty cool, like Art Deco. Yep. I'm so happy. Then next, I don't know how old this one is. I believe it's machine made. Yeah, it is. Says the Great Atlantic and Pacific Tea Company that were AP&P, this grocery store was. Like that's what this became. AP&P, which is now over. Oh, I'll have to clean that spot. Yeah. I'm probably not gonna keep it for myself though. Yeah. Okay, next. I don't know if I'll be able to even fit it all in the box. There's another cup, probably like for jelly or something, I don't know. Also Hazel Atlas. And then here, this is cool. I have like a newer version of this, which I'll show soon. Squib. It's cobalt, really cool. And it says on the bottom, patent June 30th, 1925, made in USA. The one I have doesn't have a patent date on it, and it's from the 1940s. This one's probably 20s or 30s. Yep. So I'll show the other ones I have now. They are. Yep. The green one here, and the blue one here. It fits like a light blue. Yep, really cool. Okay, next. I really don't think I'll have space in this box. I thought it would fit. An Atlas Strong Shoulder Mason. I'll have to put a normal ball lid on that since I don't have any Atlases. But it's so cool. I don't know how old it is, but it's made by Hazel Atlas because Atlas, when it merged with Hazel, it became Hazel Atlas, but they kept making Atlas titled products. Because by that time, I think it was a brand name, so of course, they would keep the Atlas name on it rather than calling it Hazel Atlas Strong Shoulder or something like that. Oh, there's much more in here. Look, this is a pre-prohibition whiskey. Look, Calvert Pure Rye Whiskey. I know it's pre-prohibition, but it definitely could not be post-1964. And it does not say federal law forbids anywhere on it, and plus the production method looks right. Yep, there's a diamond. There's an O in a diamond mark. I'll have to look that mark up and show the information now. And I realized it was a D and not an O. So in a way, the results of what I found out were disappointing because, as you can see, Dominion Glasgow 1928 to 1970s. But it's probably about Prohibition era, I'm guessing. I'm guessing it was bootleg, so it looked like the right age for that. And I know if it was made for export to the US after Prohibition, you would have had to say federal law forbids. So it's most likely bootleg, so this would be the second bootleg bottle I've dug. The other one was the Chicken Cock Pure Rye Whiskey. Yep. Really cool. I'll show you, it has the lid with writing on it. Calvert. I found Calvert before, but never like this old. Really cool. So happy about that. So happy about most of the finds. Okay, next is this little figure. It must have been attached to something else because it has a hole in the head. But look, you can see him here. He's like in a overalls, it looks like, and like a little baseball cap. And on the back it says Best USA. Yep. Looks like it might have been attached to something on the bottom. Pretty interesting. No marks on it other than Best though. Okay, next is this little tiny one. It's made by the same glass company actually as the Calvert, the diamond one. Yeah, I think this one might be an iron and diamond, but yeah, a little cork top. That's going to be going for sale. Yep. And then there's this plain teacup. I'm probably not going to keep that. I'm not going to keep that because it's too stained. Yep. Then this is pretty cool. Try this off. It says Joker. I think it says Joker Beauty Aid. I'll have to look it up and show the information now. A few years ago, I read an interesting article on the internet about the demise of American Home Products. In its heyday, the company was famous for an array of well-known products from pain relievers to spaghetti dinners. It was also an unusual situation because the products were well-known, but very few people have heard of the company. This lack of recognition occurred during the radio's golden age. American Home Products wasn't a household name like Procter & Gamble. What you're about to read in this first of its two-part series to pay a special tribute to American Home Products, the major radio sponsor few people have heard of. Familiar with AHP, it was the home of Anderson, Bisodol, Colonos, Aerowax, Black Flag, and Chef Boyardee, just to name a few. It would take me a week to list individual companies that made up American Home Products. In order to simplify all the AHP's major divisions during the golden age, they were Affiliated Products, Whitehall Pharmaceutical Company, Boyle Midway, and American Home Foods. Since the article on the company few people have heard of, the products mentioned here were radio sponsors. They were not well known as Anderson, Bisodol, Colonos, Aerowax, etc. The first AHP product was Joker. Joker was from the Affiliated Product camp. This product was an pre-aerosol era answered the hairspray. It was a setting liquid that kept hair in place. During the mid-1930s, Joker was known as the same French wave set creation many famous stage and screen stars of the era used for their attractive hairstyles. For a fraction of the cost, Joker provided the same quality wave set as the beauty parlor. All that was required was to pour a little Joker on a comb and then apply it to the hair. With the combination of Joker, comb, and human fingers, Joker user had a professional looking hairstyle in a very short time. Once it was applied, Joker kept the whole week without flaking. The three programs I've come across with the Joker as a sponsor, one of them has particular interest. This program was Richmond's Darling, a daytime serial program on the Columbia Network during the 1935-36 radio season. It starred Carl Swenson and Peggy Albany as Packy and Peggy O'Farrell. This program was heard Monday to Friday at 12:45 p.m. It was on the air for a little over a year until its final broadcast on Friday, March 26, 1937. The program went off the air, but its main idea was being upgraded for its successor. The following Monday, the listeners heard the first broadcast of Our Gal Sunday. Swenson and Mrs. Albany appeared on the new serial, but sadly Joker didn't. Old English Wax were the new program's sponsors. Anderson sponsored Our Gal Sunday Monday to Wednesday and Old English Thursday to Friday. Although it wasn't heard much on the radio after Richmond's Darling, Joker was still a popular product. There were still many satisfied Joker users who used its either green or clear waveset liquid for their hair. It remained on the market into the 1960s. Okay, next item. See, there's this plain brown one. I'm gonna sell that. It's machine made, I believe. Cool color though, like a honey amber. And then there's one more here. This one's really cool. So this one, it still smells. It smells like, I believe, pines. It sounds like pine sap. Exactly. And it was half full of the original content I found, but it was facing up like this with no cork in it. So I tried to spill most of it out when I took it out. When I got it out of the dump before I put it in my bag. But it turns out I must have missed a lot because it spilled all over my other bottles and made them really sticky. And I had to use like some scrap rag to scrub all the stickiness off of all the bottles in that specific bag, which was most of the bottles. But yeah, this is probably one of the oldest ones. Other than the Pontold one, it's probably the oldest. Yeah. So yeah, really cool. It's blown in a mold. Probably late 1800s, early 1900s. This is Lawrence Drug Co. Wholesale Druggist, Sussex, New Jersey. This is WT & Co. This is with Holt Tatum Co. on the bottom. Yep. Really cool. Anything else in here? No, that's all for that box. Believe it or not, I've got more. There's this first. Rochester, New York, and it's Moon's Emerald Oil. Really cool. Yep. Machine made though, unfortunately, but that's okay. It's still really epic. And next, this one's really cool too. This one could also be 1800s. It says C, and the B is very faint, but it says Bramshinsky Liquid Hair Dye, New York. There's the number 2 on the bottom. Pretty cool. Yep, no damage. And then, this is cool, it still had Vaseline inside and still does. I got some on my handbag and it still smelled like Vaseline. It says, trademark Vaseline. I have never gotten one of these like kind of embossing, and especially not a brown one. I wouldn't expect, that's rarer than the clear one, I'm sure. Cheeseboro, New York. Yep, it still has some Vaseline inside. I got some of it out with my fingers though. Yeah, pretty cool. It's a 14 on the bottom. Okay, next. This I'm not keeping because I have one already. The Waterman's ink. Probably 20s, I believe. Yeah, next. This is pretty cool jar. Ooh, ta-da! French's Medford brand prepared mustard. That's probably an older one. Pretty old. It's like a mason jar style. Yeah, it's Hazel Atlas though. Pretty cool. Yeah, that's really epic. And then this is really epic too. Because it's blown in a mold, it's a perfume. Look at that, it's paneled. It's blown in a mold. Don't know how old that is. They kept blowing perfumes in the 20s and stuff. But really cool. Yep. Thick base, thick size. Like you can see how thick it is here. You see the center part is the actual stuff that contains liquid. It's like they're trying to trick people into thinking they're getting more than they are. And here's another stopper by the same company as the stopper from the World War I warmer. But this one has like a T on it, and it's older, I think. It says Schrader's Son, and then it says patent September 27th, 97. The other one has a ton of patents from different countries on it, all over the world. And then next is this little pill bottle. It's not in great condition, I just wanted to research it. I'm probably not going to keep it depending on the age. I'll have to look at the patent. Cal Aspirin. 100 tablets. 6 grain. Look. Here's the dose information by the Something Aspirin Corporation. A new aspirin with calcium gluconate. Yeah. Okay, I'll be sorting information for that now. Then there's this. I already have one of these, which you'll see. I have a tiny one actually. It's basically like this, but a quarter of the size. Yeah, it's identical other than the size. I believe, except the other one I think is blown in the mold. This one's not. Probably early 1900s. Yep, 4 ounces. The other one's half an ounce, I believe. Actually more like an eighth the size. And this is like, I'm not keeping this, I just wanted to show it. It's like a container for razors, I think. It looks like there's a razor inside. And it has like an arrow with a switch. Yep, not keeping that. Then there's this bottle. Found 2 Cobalt inks. They're different though. There's this one. They're both machine made, unfortunately. Yep. Doesn't say anything on the bottom. But something that makes it special is this. The original cork. Yep. Right there. Put it in the bottle. It's not big enough to stay in the top, unfortunately, but that's okay. And I got the square one, pretty cool. It's stained, but yeah, really cool. Woo! So happy. I mean, like, this is one of the oldest dumps I've found. The only other dumps I found that date back to like even the early 1900s are this really tiny one, which is like 6 feet wide and goes back into a hill about 2 feet. And that's technically part of the landfill exploration area, but I call it the 1910s dump. So it's mostly 1910 stuff, and so it's like a different dump. The rest of the dump has nothing at all, mostly, like barely. And then there's one down in Saugerties I found, which is 1870s to like 80s, which I went to once with no shovel, anything. I just went on a hiking trail. I found it when I was hiking, and I went crazy there. It got really dirty. Got like 3 bottles. Yeah. So this is so unfortunately it's an hour and a half away from me, so I still don't have any easy. I already dug out completely, pretty much, the 1910s one, and so this is an hour and a half away from me, so I won't be able to go for probably like several months, like until the next time I visit, maybe even next year. And this is so let's go back to the view. Finds. This is plain corked up bottle, but it's blown in a mold. So yeah, a lot of bubbles. Not gonna keep that though. Because it's blank. There's this plain one, it has a line on it. Unfortunately, it's also stained up, so I'm not going to keep it. Yeah, stains couldn't really come off, even with a magic eraser. And I believe that's all. Hope you enjoyed. Bye! Woo!